स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम् स्वधर्मज्ञानवैराग्य साध्यभक्त्येकगोचरः नारायणः परम् ब्रह्म गीताशास्त्रे समीरितः श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि.
Today's discussion, before we go to this 18th verse, today's discussion was on the Atma Swarupam. And whatever be the status of the soul, individual soul, namely Baddha Jiva, that is the bound soul in this world, Mukta Jiva in the Vaikuntha, the released soul, and the third, namely Nityasuris, the permanent released souls. They are permanent residents of Vaikuntha. All the three have limited freedom. That is more important. That was the idea in today's discussion. All the three categories have no absolute freedom, total freedom. They have less freedom. Then again on the three Vyapaka mantras, they are called Vyapaka mantraha, meaning all pervasive spells, namely the Ashtaksharam, the Charama Shlokaha, and Dvayam. So all these three Ragasya, what we call Ragasya mantras, secret spells, are called Vyapaka mantraha. Again, among these, Ashtakshara is the most important one. Why it is the most important one? The discussion will continue in future, and we will have the why it is very important among the three. Generally, it is a practice that we have to observe some austerities while reciting the Ashtakshara, the 8 syllables still. And in the case of Dvaya mantra, we can do it at any time of the day. And Charama Shloka, of course, when you read Gita Bhashya, you can understand more. So that is about the small discussion we had today. So we'll go to the 18th. 18th. The Gunabandha Vidha Tesham Kartrutvam Tan Nivartanam Yatitraya Samolatvam Chaturdasha Udidiyate. Now, let me request Nalini Madam to read the translation.
In the 14th chapter are expounded the various ways in which the gunas of the Prakriti bind the self, their responsibility for all activities, escape from them, and himself, being the foundation for all the three goals of supramundane sovereignty, the self in its pure state, and God attainment.
When you look at the text, only one small typo is there. Tesham is sham is long vowel. Right. So in the 14th chapter, as it is said in the English translation, I think you can bring the English translation in smaller fonts and okay. It is enough that you show the both in English. So Udiryate expounded. So in the 14th chapter it is expounded. The Gunabandha Vidhaha. Vidha. So various ways. Vidha is various ways, different varieties. Where the gunas, namely sattva, rajas, tamas, the good, the haughty, and the bad, ignorance, bind the self. Bandha is binding. So it is about the bound soul by the gunas. Then tesham it refers to the types, varieties, of those varieties. Kartratvam is the action of the discipline of action. Kartratvam, what you call the doership, and tan nivartanam, that is escape, as it is given in English, escape from them. And gatitraya swamulatvam. So gatitraya swamulatvam. There are three goals. Gati is goal, traya is three, and swam is his own, the Supreme Soul's mulatvam, the basis, foundation. So that this will be clear only in the commentary. We have elaborate meaning given by Sri Vedanta Deshika in his Gitartha Sangraha Raksha. Can we go to the comment? So 75, paragraph number 75. So atra here, Prakriti Vishodhana Rupataya. Prakriti is a matter, Vishodhana analysis. Shodhana itself is analysis, Vishodhana is good analysis, a perfect analysis. Rupataya in the form of, good analysis of the matter. Sangati Purvakam. Sangati Purvakam is what we call the link between the 13th chapter and the 14th chapter. So Sangati Purvakam, Bhashyam, the commentary of the what we call the monk Sri Ramanujacharya, Gita Bhashyam. So Sangati Purvakam Bhashyam. So Trayodhajam, it is within the inverted commas, therefore this has been quoted by Sri Vedanta Deshika in his Gitartha Sangraha Raksha. And it is called, so Sangati Purvakam preceded by the link. So Trayodashe in the 13th chapter, Prakriti Purushayoho, Prakriti is matter, Purusha is Parama Purusha, the Supreme Soul, Lord Almighty, Sriman Narayana. So between these two, Prakriti and Purushayoho, Anyonya Samsrishtayoho. One is the cause for the other, and one is complementary to other. Prakriti is complementary to the Supreme Soul. Paramapurusha is the creator of the Prakriti. So Anyonya Samsrishtayoho. Samsrishtihi is again what we call mixture. Samsrishtihi is mixture. Otherwise called Sankaraha. Samsrishtihi is the name of an embellishment, Alankara, a figure of speech in literature. It is a synonym of Sankaraha, a mixture of two Alankaras. Here it is mutually, Anyonya mutually, Samsrishtayoho, you can say pair, mutual pair. So Prakriti Purushayoho, so between the matter and the Supreme Soul. Swarupa Yathatmyam, the exact original natural form. So Swarupa Yathatmyam Vijnaya knowing, understanding. Now, these are the qualities that we read earlier. Amanittvadivihi Bhagavat Bhakti Anugrihitaihi Bandhat Muchyate Iti Uttam. So we have been talking about amanitvam, adambhitvam, and so on. Amanitvam is absence of self-respect. Self-respect in the sense we are all dependent upon God. We have no independence, and therefore we cannot have what we call giving value to our existence extraordinary. That will be amanitvam. So adambhitvam again, we have no form, we have no show. We cannot have haughtiness. We cannot be proud about ourselves. Then adambhitvam. We call a person who is shabbily dressed as a dandy. We cannot be a dandy. D-A-N-D-Y. Then, but it will be, so this is the absence of, these are all good qualities. Amanitvam and adambhitvam is absence of the bad qualities like manitvam and adambhitvam. So that will lead to, all these qualities will lead to Bhagavad Bhakti, devotion towards the God. So when you say these will lead to, it is given there as this will bless the individual soul to have a devotion toward the Supreme Soul. Bhagavad Bhakti Anugrihitaihi. So the Anugrihitaihi will go with the Amanitvadivihi, meaning that good qualities in us will bless us to have deep devotion toward the Supreme Soul. And what will happen by that? By these blessed qualities in us and after developing the devotion towards the God, we will be released. Bandhan Muchyate. Bandhat Muchyate. Now it is, this is only one reference to individual soul. The individual soul gets released. Bandhat Muchyate. Bandhan Muchyate. Muchyate is being released from the what we call snare. S-N-A-R-E. The Jala, Indra Jala of the world. The magical net of the world. So the net of the world net we are now trying to escape. Bandhan Muchyate. Iti Uttam. Thus it is said in Gita Bhashyam, Bhagavad Gita Bhashyam by Sri Ramanujacharya, the founder of the Vishishtaadvaita religion and rather propagator. Now, already I think we saw this one earlier. Tatra Bandhahetu. So Bandhahetu is the cause for the bondage. Tatra there, meaning in this situation. Purva, again Purva. The second word also is Purva. Long vowel for Pu. Yes. Purva Sattvadi Gunamaya Sukhadi Sangaiti Cha Abhihitam. Again, what is the reason for our bondage? The word Purva refers to the Purva Janma. Again, Purva is earlier birth. So we have been involved in practicing, or rather in getting engaged in the three qualities, namely the good quality, sattva, the goodness, rajas, the mediocre, and the bad, tamas. So we have these three gunas attached to us all along from the very birth, very first birth of the individual soul. But again, we do not know our first birth started off. Therefore, the Jivatma is also Anadi. Jivatma is also Anadi. So we have been involved in these three gunas, Sattvadi guna. Maybe we are so good that we have become human beings in this birth. So Sattva is prominent there, predominant there in us, and we have been practicing it properly, rightly. We must say that we are fortunate, lucky, and therefore meeting Purva Sattvadi Guna Maya. Maya is full of. So our nature, our human nature has got all the three qualities, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. The proportion of these three qualities should be so convenient so that we will develop the devotion. Therefore, Tama will be the minimum, Tamas should be the minimum, Rajas should be little more than 10%, then Sattva should be 80. So in that way, we will have, then the Purva is our own life in the previous births, and we have been continuously engaged. We have been engaged in the Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. It seems that what we call a progress, positive progress in us, and we are able to practice Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. And because we are not capable of following strictly all these three yogas, especially Bhakti, we go to the last one, Prapatti Yoga also, the fourth one, Sharanagati, total surrender. Now, so Purva Sattvadi Guna Maya, then this will lead to, when the Sattva is predominant, when the goodness is more in us, then it will lead to Parama Sukham. Parama Sukham. Or rather here, of course, Aihika Sukham, the pleasures of this world. Pleasures of this world. Though Sattva is predominant, we are not able to ward off the shackles. We cannot lose the chain. So Sukha is pleasures of the world, the carnal pleasures of the world, the materialistic comforts of this world, Sukha, Adi, etc. Sangaha, attachment. So our attachment, in spite of our Sattva Guna, we are also attached to all types of pleasures in this world, and therefore we have bandha hetu. This is the cause for our bondage. So we continue to be bound in so many births, in spite of our large percentage of Sattva Guna. And iti cha abhihitam. It is thus cha and abhihitam, it has been said in the following verse in the Bhagavad Gita 21. So we have already seen this verse earlier. Karanam gunasangaha asya sat asat yoni janmatu. So the individual soul is born in different births, in good family or in a bad family. Sat asat yoni. Yoni, the source. You can say what we call Kshetram, as one of our participants noted it. In Kshetram is the field where the seed is sown, and the seed grows like a plant and tree. So we are growing out of this yoni. Maybe it is Sat yoni or Asad yoni. The good soul or bad soul. Janmasu in different births. Our birth in such good or bad sources depends upon our guna sangaha, our association with the qualities, namely. If we are more attached to sattva guna, we will be born in a good family. If you are attached to tamo guna or rajo guna, we will be falling in a bad source. We will be born in a bad source, bad kulam, bad family. So karanam, that will be the reason for our bandha hetu, bondage. So asya meaning of the individual soul, of this individual soul. So this was already seen. If anyone wants to have a repetition, we will have it. Thus the bandha hetu has been explained. The reason for our bondage has been explained. Now we have the next line like this. Before going to this, I wanted to quote. I want to quote a sentence from again the word from Bhagavad Gita. Suchinam Srimatam Gehe, Suchinam Srimatam Gehe, Yoga Bhrashtopi Jayate. That is a very beautiful quotation connected with this Guna Sangaha. Guna Sangaha. Suchinam Srimatam Gehe, Yoga Bhrashtopi Jayate. Now I was saying that if you are more attached to the Sattva Guna, we will be born in a good family. But in spite of our content, namely more Sattva Guna, more percentage of Sattva Guna, even when we are born in a good family, we may turn bad. That is another aspect, angle of this. So, Suchinam Srimatam Gehe. We are born in a good family. We are born in a house which is full of Sattva Guna. Yeah. But Yoga Bhrashtaha, we are not able to follow any yoga like action, namely Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga, wisdom, or Bhakti Yoga, or devotion, or even Prapatti Yoga. We don't have a mind to do all these three, all these four, or all these. Then final one, we have no thinking about it. We go away from that. We don't want to come near this concept at all. And that is all. That is our bad luck also. In some families, you find that aberration. Good family. We will be asking. One example will be taking to bad habits, and especially we call it the boy or girl marrying a lower caste in the order of Varna. The order of Varna, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. We have Prapti Punya Kritam Lokan, Ushitva Shashkati Sama, Suchinam Srimatam Gehe, Yoga Bhrashtopi Jayate. This 6th chapter, 41. We already crossed this 6th chapter. So here, so this is also a problem. So born in a good family, we may become bad. When born in a bad family, you can also become good. You can also hope to become good. That is also there. You find also such good instances where good people come out of a bad family. And bad people, and that is because of association. Association makes or mars. That is what we say in Sanskrit. Samsargajaha doshagunaha bhavanti. It's not a quotation. It is general proverb-like statement. It is lokoktihi, we call it. The general statement. Samsargajaha doshagunaha bhavanti. One example I can give you from a story, a very interesting story for children. We call them as Vikramaditya stories. The story of the king, a king called Vikramaditya. Vikramaditya might have been a real king, and there are stories in Bengali. These stories came from Bengali language. Now Zoom meeting let me prepare. Zoom meeting. So the Vikramaditya story, we have an example of how a man becomes good and bad at the same time. A peasant is there, a farmer. A farmer is there. That farmer has something peculiar, strange in his field of crops. And Vikramaditya, the king, we call Vikrama, King Vikrama, visits him once with his army on the way to some other place. That fellow, we don't know the name exactly. So the farmer has a what we call perch, Perch, constructed in the corner of his field, and he gets on to the perch and drives away the birds. Even you can say, I think an insect which spoils the crops. I forget the English word. It's called vetukili. Locust, I think. Locust. So now today there's an army. There's a swarm of locusts in north part of India. They spoil the crops. Here the peacocks here, the peacocks and the peahens here in the southern Tamil Nadu area, they spoil the crops today. We cannot kill the peacock because the national bird, and the meat is also not enjoyed by the people because it's an offense to kill the peacock. But the peacocks have a large number. According to Alvar, Divya Prabandham, the nature is the beauty of peacocks in Srirangam. We got a lot of peacocks today. But it's also a troublesome. So the man gets onto the perch and drives away the birds and insects by throwing stones or something like that. And after getting down the perch in the same place, he says he's generous, and he offers all kinds of food products to the army of the king. As soon as he gets onto the perch, he says, "No, you don't. Please don't come. I will not give you anything." As soon as he gets down, he says, "No, you are welcome. I will offer you food." The hospitality, the nature of hospitality is changed suddenly by saying first yes and then no. And then King Vikrama finds out that there is something secret hidden under the ground, and then he makes the people, his soldiers, dig the ground and find they get the what we call Mayura Asanam, the Simhasanam, the lion throne in gold. He takes it out. Even today we say that it is in UK now, London. The Mayura Simhasanam is there. Yes, it has been taken away by the British people from India. So why is it? Yeah, it is in the museum, I think, London Museum. We have the. So why
Swami,
is it?
my understanding was that the peacock throne was in Iran.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe it was taken later to London.
Oh, okay. So this is what. So a same man, the same person, is behaving in opposite ways in the same place with a different attitude. So Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Yogam Drashtobhyaya. The man in the good family becomes bad, a man from the bad family becomes good. So that is because of the Guna Sangaha. So when good companions are there, then generally he must be changed to a man of good habits. But generally it is not so, we say. A bad habit comes very quickly than the good habit. We don't inherit good habit very easily, whereas when we inherit bad habit immediately, we get attached to the bad habit immediately. Now coming to this commentary, the second sentence. So Gunakatratvadehe, you have just the first word in it, Tatra. I think the first word. Okay. Gunakatratvadehe, iha bhashya anuktihi purvat eva iti bhavyam. Vedanta Deshika is also very crisp in saying, because it is the Bhashya, the commentary of Sri Ramanujacharya, there is no mention of Gunakatratvam, because it has been already said earlier. Purvavat eva iti bhavyam. We have to feel, bhavyam, we have to feel that Purvavat eva. It is just like earlier idea. Therefore, there is no statement mentioned in Bhashyam. Bhashya Anukti. The statement is not repeated. Because Gunakartritva Dehe. Gunakartritvam is when we link the action with the guna. So whenever we do some action, we always have three gunas coming into existence, and it is just important that which guna becomes prominent among the three, either sattva or rajas or tamas. So this sattvam, now we are talking about the gunas, how to attach ourselves to the good guna, sattvam. Sattvam sukha jnana sangena badhnati. Now, how do these qualities, namely sattvam, rajas, and tamas, bind us to this world? We are still bound for a long time, for many births. Why? Sukha jnana sangena badhnati. We have good attitude, good actions, and we understand how we do good actions. So jnanam, the wisdom which dawns upon us while doing action, is pleasurable, is a happy knowledge. We are happy with the knowledge, and because we are happy with the knowledge, we have attachment. Because we have attachment, the sattva guna binds us here in this world. Sattvam sukha jnana sangena badhnati. Then rajas too. So when we don't apply our wisdom, apply our knowledge to the action, it is mere action. So when we are attached to mere action, what we call mechanically doing things, karma sangena, that will make us bind by the rajas to karma sangena. Now the third one, Namastu pramada alasya nidrabihi iti bandhahetuta prakaraha. It is not namastu, sorry, tamastu. I thought how could be devotional aspect? Yes, tamastu. If it is namastu, it will be very dangerous. The salutation will lead to bandha. When tamastu, namely the darkness of ignorance, makes us bind the individual soul to this world, to this materialistic world. So, bandha hetuta prakaraha. Prakaraha, the method of the bondage, the reason for the bondage. What? It is because of pramadaha. Unfortunately, Tamil has a different meaning when we use the word pramada. Pramadam meaning very nice, best, wonderful, amazing, awesome, and so on. Whereas in Telugu and Sanskrit, it means calamity. Pramadaha means calamity. Pramadaha means a slip, S-L-I-P, an error, either in writing or speaking or talking, speech, anywhere, any what do you call unknown slip, unknown error, that will be pramada. That is, we overlook something in our speech, writing, and so on. Then alasyam. Alasyam is laziness, lethargy. That is alasyam. Then nidra is sleep. So all these three qualities, not only these three, I am some more. Therefore, nidrabihi. Sorry, the one letter is missing. Nidradibihi. Pramada alasya nidradibihi. The alpa prana of the third letter. Nidradibihi. Pramada alasya nidradibihi iti bandha hetuta prakara. Nidrabihi. Or if it is not, the is not there, then only three qualities, only three bad attitudes. Number one, making always mistakes, committing mistakes, being lazy, lethargic, procrastination is the thief of time, we say. Procrastination is the thief of time. So that is alasya. Then nidra, sleep. Sleep again meaning ignorance. We shut up ourselves from the world of spirituality. So we are always in this world of material pleasure. So pramada alasya nidra. Nidra is also a sukham. Nidra is a sleep. Deep sleep is a pleasure. There though we experience the supreme soul in the sleep, deep sleep. Go on sleeping continuously for 50 years, or 50 years out of 100 years of human life. That is disastrous. So pramada alasya nidrabihi iti bandha hetuta prakaraha. Then tesham kartrutvam. Now it is what about gunanam kartrutvam. Tesham kartrutvam meaning sattva, raja, tamas. The trayanam gunanam kartrutvam. The action that linked to all these three qualities, pravukta prakarena, as it has been said earlier, prak earlier, ukta said prakarena in the process, in the process of in the earlier process said before. So prapta aprapta vivekena teshu aropitam. Now, how do we understand the involvement of three qualities in our action? Namely, it has to be superimposed and understood. Teshu aropitam. Meaning, then when we say something, when we do something good, when we have more sattva quality, then we can understand when you do good action. Therefore, the sattva guna is superimposed on our good action. So also the rajo guna and tamo guna that will make us reach or not reach. Prapta and aprapta. Prapta is getting and aprapta is not getting. So vivekana is discrimination. What it means, the difference between the reach and the non-reach. That will be what we call the results are good or bad. When we practice the action linked with sattva, rajas, and tamas, we will understand where sattva is dominating, or raja is dominating, or tamas is dominating. By the result, we can understand by the result. Prapta, aprapta, vivekana. We can discriminate between the good result and the bad consequence. Prapta, aprapta. Then tat cha atra. So that too here. Tat cha atra tachatra. Nanyam. Is it nanyam? Yes. Nanyam gunebhyaha kartaram. So we will have to see this 14th chapter, 19th verse. He says, Na anyam gunebhyaha kartaram. Kartaram, the doer, gunebhyaha, from these three qualities, namely sattva, rajas, and tamas. Nanyam, na anyam. We find that there is no other doer. Na anyam kartaram. Yeah, the full verse will give us the meaning. We'll have a complete picture. So iti, last word iti smaritam, that it has been reminded to us. We are reminded that gunebhyaha na anyam kartaram. Now we have fortunately, thanks to Keshav Swami, who has given the verse from 14th chapter, 19th verse. And that is what we are now attempting, linking the 13th chapter with the 14th chapter. That is what we call Sangati Purvakam, Bhashya Uttam. That's what we are saying. So we are now trying to connect the 13th chapter to the 14th chapter. Na anyam gunebhyaha kartaram yada drashta anupashyati. So gunebhyascha param vetti mat bhavam saha adhigacchati. It will become sodhigacchati. Madam Malini Madam can read the English translation.
When one properly sees that in all activities no other performer is at work than these modes of nature, and he knows the Supreme Lord, who is transcendental to all these modes, he attains my spiritual nature.
Today, the discussion was about a preceptor called Tirukudandai Andavan. He was an expert, even as a brahmachari and a grihastha, with his name Kannan in Kumbakonam. Otherwise called orthodoxly, in orthodox term called Tirukudandai, where Aparyaptamrita is the god, the deity in the temple, otherwise called Sharangapani. That monk, that pontiff, it is said today, he had his total surrender, Sampurna Sharanagati, from what we call Therazhandur Andavan. Therazhandur Andavan was his previous preceptor. So in spite of the total surrender made to Therelandur Andavan, this Tirukudandai Andavan, the Tirukudandai Andavan's Prapatti got delayed to the next Andavan called Akkur Andavan. Now, what was the reason for the delay in reaching the fruit of the Prapatti? The question was there. And the question is, according to the prarabdha karma of the individual soul. There was a delay. There was a delay in fruition. In order to see the result of the Prapatti, we'll have to wait. How long should we wait? That is also in the hands of God. That we must understand. Everywhere we must understand the hands of God. We are only instruments in the hands of God. Even while we are doing actions based upon the sattva, rajas and tamas, we must understand deeply that he is the performer. He is the performer. There is no other performer. Na anyaha karta karta. Na anyaha karta. So that is what 14th chapter 19th verse says. Na anyam kartaram anupashyati. Now we have always a delusion, confusion that we are performing any act. That even in spite of our own reminding our own self about Sattvika Tyaga, frequently mentioned, frequently felt, off and on we engage in saying the Sattvika Tyaga. We don't fully believe in it. We again think out of rajas and tamas that we are doing the action. And therefore, we have to remind ourselves that God is the performer of action. Even while being the action being based on sattva, rajas and tamas. That is what 14th chapter 19th verse says. And therefore, when an individual soul believes 100% that the performer is only the Supreme Soul, then he adhigachati. He will reach God. In the sense, not only he reaches Vaikuntha, the headquarters of the Lord, but also he gets into the heart of the Lord. The Lord takes care of him more carefully than what he did to him, to the individual soul in this world. As a what we call released soul, he has more attachment towards the released soul. Because the individual soul got released, and that is because of Prapatti Yoga or Bhakti Yoga finally, involving both the yogas of karma and jnana earlier. Lord is more fond of the released soul. And therefore, all what we call equality is granted to the released soul. Except one or two, namely, the independence is not there, and the what we call the creative capacity is not there, and of course the husbandhood of Mahalakshmi is not there. Otherwise everything is available. The bliss that the Lord enjoys is also equal in measure by the individual soul, enjoyed by the individual soul. We always saw these three words: Sarupyam, Salokyam, and Samipyam. All the three qualities of the God are available, and we also can say confidently, all the auspicious qualities of the Lord will also be in us, in endless number, endless variety. Whereas in this world, we are limited by these three qualities, sattva, rajas and tamas, and therefore we are not able to reach him easily. And I was also telling you, if we involve ourselves in enjoying the qualities of the Lord, auspicious qualities of the Lord, then our attachment to this world will be less and less, will be reduced a lot. So with this, I think I've taken a lot of time to say. But again, I am also guilty. I am also unaware of not giving very good examples, practical examples, illustrations for supporting these ideas. We are just mechanically going through this content of Bhagavad Gita with the help of Gita Sangraha. And when we read elaborately on the Gita Bhashyam of Sri Ramanujacharya, we will be able to appreciate, not only appreciate, follow, not only follow, observe all the ideas strictly in accordance with the Shastra. Thank you for your patience, patient hearing.
So if anybody has any questions or comments.
Mama, I think mentioning of it's not patient, it is so enjoyable, so much is there to make our mind think in a very nice way. So in a divine way. So I think it's patience illa, Mama. We look forward to your teaching, and it's really very nice, very nice. So much. At least helping me a lot. Thank you.
And this is now this is our method of approaching Bhagavad Gita, where we are going from the smaller quantity and rather smaller quality also to a bigger quality. And if we go through the Bhagavad Gita Bhashyam of Sri Ramanujacharya, that will be more interesting because this one is in brief, and we were discussing this in another form, Srimad Ragasya Sara of Sri Vedanta Deshika. We said to understand the 8 syllable, the spell, Ashtakshara mantra, we have so much to gain. Then what will be the nature of full explanation that we have to understand later by many acharyas? Very difficult. So we have to spend a lot of time without what we call pramada, alasya and nidra. That is more important. Whereas the tamas quality makes us sleep, makes us do mistakes, pramada. The unknowingly we commit some errors. Pramada is what we say, slip from between the lip and the tongue. And then the alasyam also, the laziness. So, thank you.
Swami, yes, I wanted to show you the translation of 1419 by Sampat Kumaran.
Right, that's also better. When the man of true vision perceives no agent of action other than the gunas, and also knows what is other than the gunas, then he attains no state.
So my question about that is, about this verse, is that in the verse, Lord Krishna seems to be saying it is the gunas which are actually the karta, the doer of action. But the Sri Vaishnava concept is that the Lord himself is the doer of action. So is it that the Lord is the doer of action indirectly through the gunas, or the Lord is directly the doer of action?
You are right in the former expression. You are right.
So
He is not-
indirectly.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The activation. Today we say deactivation and activation. The activation is by the Lord. The sattva, rajas, tamas gunas are activated. And if you say sattva is activated, rajas and tamas are deactivated. That also is the responsibility of the Lord.
Okay.
Very nice question.
So in the Sattvika Tyaga mantra, is it said that the Lord is the cause? He's the actor, he's the doer, or is it said that the Lord through the gunas are the doer?
In Sattvika Tyaga, we always say that he is the performer.
Right, but we should understand that he's the performer through the gunas.
Yeah.
Okay, so indirectly. Okay.
Again, just like we are instruments in the hands of God, the gunas are also instruments in the hands of God. No, because he has control over these gunas, whereas we don't have control over these gunas.
And
The problem is
all these gunas are based on our karma.
we always name them when we do our action. When we perform good action, it is because of Sattva Guna.
Right.
When we do mediocre action, it is because of Rajo Guna. And then we do anything what we call foolishly. We act very silly. Then that is Tamo Guna.
So my understanding is it's like there is a puppet and a puppeteer. So there's a puppeteer, the person who is making the puppet to move, and the puppet is attached to the puppeteer by strings or ropes, and the gunas are like the ropes. And the word guna also means rope, I think.
Yeah, the string is called guna in Sanskrit. Guna means thread.
Right. So God is the puppeteer, and He is moving the gunas, and by using the gunas, He's making us to do different things.
कवितार्किक सिंहाय कल्याण गुणशालिने श्रीमते वेंकटेशाय वेदांत गुरवे नमः.